So, I'm about to do a. I wasn't thinking about doing a video, but I want to do an extra one, more like a journal type about what's going on with me throughout this week. Now I'm able to get out of. For people who don't know, I was off from work for about 30 plus days because I had an operation, a medical procedure for my heart. They put in an ICD. Uh, but there are some things that came up that really got me depressed. Like they really got this in a quick manner, but I didn't really describe a lot of things that's going on YouTube. I did on Facebook. So I might repost some stuff I did last year and what I was going through. But suffice to say, I'm be able to go back to work on Monday. Still go post. I'll still do a thing if I just do it in my car or whatever. Pop up. But there's been a lot of things that have been going in my mind that kind of ties into what I'm doing when it comes to posting videos and stuff. I wanted to do commentary, just give you my things, what I think, because I think it's important that some people know. Some people aren't as extreme. Some are neither. When it comes to racism, it's not a political thing. It's a human rights thing. And I blast both sides, both left and right, because there's some things I've been missing. And, to me, saying that I'm more conservative than liberal, the whole thing when it comes to race, it kind of transcends that because, But I didn't want to really talk about that. This week also, I found out that I owe from this operation $125,000. $125,000. Now, what I'm going to... Now, it got me depressed. Also because my provider's been really dicking around with paperwork and stuff that could very well affect how I, get money and stuff. My savings was pretty much tapped out. Fortunately, I didn't spend all the money that my mother had willed to me after she died last year. So that's a blessing, I guess. But I got this feeling. It's amazing. I'm the type of person that have, with certain music, I subtract the lyrics. I give it to about how it feels. And I got two songs that on the lyrics, when you look at the lyrics, is with one is flipping depressing, but let's talk about that one. That one is from the song "Everything She Wants" by Wham. You should really look at the lyrics in the sense of helplessness and frustration. I'm gonna be honest with you. Only moved back up to Washington State because I was needing some help, and so I went to. Baby girl told me to come back up. Came back up, and there things got better. This was back in 2016. It's now about 5 years later. When I left Washington State, I was pretty much done with it in my mind and my heart. I didn't want to, because I had to leave Washington State because I couldn't find work at the time. I lost my car. I didn't get much support for getting my car fixed from my family. So I had to go do what I thought I had to do. There were some things, if I had done a little bit better, I would have done a lot of things different. But I went to Las Vegas with no friends, no family, no nothing. And I'll tell you a little bit more of that. I'll probably do one of the times I go. Me and my girl go to Vegas. I'll show you because I don't want to just tell you what I went through. I want to show you. Now, I came back up here in 2016. Fought my tail off. I did a lot better within the past 5 years, but I only came back because of my girl. If anything happens to my girl, or if we come into some money, we're gone. Because it's really hella expensive up here. It got even worse. Matter of fact, gas is more expensive at certain parts in Washington State than it is even in Hawaii. And I've been to Hawaii about month before last, for my mother's anniversary of my mother's passing. But a seed had been planted, this feeling, and it doesn't help that I owe $125,000 for something that I may or may not needed right away. I'll do the whole, medical racism, how the medical system. I'll tell about that later, but I'm just going back how I feel, and I don't feel well. I mean, physically I feel better. Mentally I'm okay, I guess, but, well, maybe not. I miss playing poker in Vegas because it's it's bullshit up here. I'll probably make our own separate video on that Monday, or maybe tomorrow, because it's only Saturday. Tomorrow is my last day off, and unfortunately, December is a short month because of Christmas Eve and Christmas. I'm off those days, so I would like 4 days off, maybe. And that is about 2 weeks. 18. No. So, Christmas Eve and Christmas. So, basically, I'll probably get like 3 days off. Got the Friday for Christmas Eve. I don't know how they're going to do it. I'll probably check up later. But I don't feel... I have to go to work. Back in, I was dealing with some stuff at work, and I was at that crossroads whether or not I wanted to do, how I was feeling and stuff was going on at work. But now, I owed a little bit of money, but I never owed so much of my life, and it'll take me few years to pay it off. And for what? It puts into consideration that my life, because of the type of system that we're in, that you have to pay off the yin yang to pay $125,000. That's not all my bills. That's just for the surgery itself. So combined it's 126 because of, and I even had, I guess, financial aid 90%, but that didn't cover the operation. Otherwise, I'd be paid all that shit off because I got other stuff. And the feeling of owing so much, it's demoralizing. And I know some people will say, oh, at least you'll be able to live and all this stuff. But what is living if you're in debt? This whole thing about work, about, when to retire and when to take vacations and all that shit, this shit's been like, it's been wrong for generations. To think that You work your ass off and then you go and retire and do all this shit. Why you want to do this shit when you're old? Because if you work a hard, physically demanding job, that shit gets on you physically. So then you face with, oh, retire, but you can't do nothing because you physically got worn out making other people money rather than you living your life. I'm frustrated that I owe this much. And with other issues I've been popping up, they're not technically side effects, but I noticed there's side effects. My arthritis / gout is easier to spark up, which on the flip side, I'm trying to maintain my diet and all this stuff. Actually, not diet, but my whole change living, and it's working. It's like this. Wherever the last spot your fat got deposited on your body, it'll be the first one to go. So everything's going in reverse. So my stomach, my chin, my face, all this stuff is going to be one of the last bits. But it's working. All right? It's working. And once I get back to work, my diet really going to kick in. And then I'm going to make sure this won't happen again. I'll go probably do some little exercises for a minute. I'm going to go back to getting up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, so I have enough time to do a little exercise, get myself together, and all this, and go out. Because I don't know how I'm going to act on Monday. It's not going to be, I think I'm going to be a lot quieter. And gotta find a way to get all this stuff paid off. I mean, I'm not even making 20 an hour. So there's no psychological thing to get me, and they've been killing me with fucking taxes. See, that's the other thing, that because of that Republican tax deal for billionaires, we pay more in taxes. I paid a lot more in taxes the past couple of years since that shit passed. And the shit that I used to be balling in like 3 years ago, that shit don't even make a difference now. It doesn't make a difference. And so now I got this debt because of my life. And I'm actually thinking, was $126,000 worth my life? And what's worse, I'm actually thinking about, logically thinking about this. I don't want my girl to be upset, and I'm praying the short squeeze comes. But just like say that God comes when I need it, not when I want it, because I want to live. I want to continue doing my music, and fortunately, since I pulled money out, I can get my computer back up and running, so I can go record, so I can go release a chrono, my album, my latest that I've been working on. I've been putting things on pause because a lot of shit that pop up. And once I get the computer set up and everything else set up, then I'll be able to do broadcast and do live stuff, and to show how this stuff plays out, and how I'm doing some things of recording, and how I can get things. There's many ways to flip and record. And I might want to do an album that I just do mostly analog, because I got a couple of analog mixers. and just track it on, right? But that's a different thing. But I haven't been doing any music over the past week and a half because I had other issues to deal with. You know, maybe it's going down. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm about to go in this so then I can watch this end of the thing for Fortnite. I want to see it. So have a good weekend. I might pop up and talk about music or talk about poker tomorrow as an extra. But I hope you guys have a beautiful Saturday instead of me in this shithole. Peace out.